Hi, it's just me again. Um, okay, so first I want to start off by answering a couple of the questions that people have asked me. The first one happens to be a question a 13-year-old asked me, which I kind of feel really awkward answering. But what happened is she ended up having a friend who's very much in the closet, and she had a romantic encounter with he/she, and she wanted to know what she should do because her friend is no longer, doesn't want to talk about it or anything. And my answer would be that you should just let it be. If they're not willing to talk about it or anything, they might feel awkward about it. And also, your friend is young, and he/she doesn't quite know where they fit into the world. Are they just a CD, a TS, a TV, etc., etc.? And then you also have to prepare yourself for, if they're a TS, can you handle being in a lesbian relationship with a person that's not even out? And I personally think you're too young to be in a relationship. You lack a certain degree of mental maturity that life experience gives people. And another thing, quite often going to a relationship with your friend often ends up in disaster, and then you can't even really salvage the friendship that you had before. So I don't recommend it. Okay, my next question, someone asked me, have I noticed any other side effects from self-medicating? And I have noticed some. I no longer produce any discharge. Okay, that's enough of that. I can't open up a pickle jar anymore. I can't. I tried to a couple weeks ago, and I got so frustrated with the pickle jar. And it sounds funny now, but I was seriously sobbing and getting pissed off at the pickle jar because I couldn't open it. I even had those little grips or whatever to try to... It didn't happen. I had to wait for my girlfriend to get home to open up the pickle jar for me. Oh. I no longer have back hair, and most of my acne from that area has cleared up. Actually, all of it. The hair all over my body has reduced, become finer. Aside from that, I really haven't noticed any major changes. So, now a couple other things about me. I'm a Scorpio. I'm 27, which I'm sure a lot of you already know. I enjoy playing with runes, which is little Celtic tablets with symbols on them, kind of like tarot cards. I'm a bit of a gamer. I like live-action roleplays, or LARPs as they're known, and I enjoy games for the PS2. My favorite ones being Bloody Roar, because anthropomorphic characters rule. Wipeout, all of them, I love them. And I used to like Primal, but recently I've kind of seen some of the clips, and it just looks so creepy. So I don't think I can play that game anymore. It's too scary for me. I used to really enjoy it. A couple other weird things to know about me. I have my own vocabulary, which I'm sure a lot of you have noticed by now. A couple ones you haven't heard me mention yet is the words Nucci. And Nucci is just a substitutionary word for cool, or anything, therefore, or in that area. And the words sit and spin or swivel, which is a derogatory comment, which I'm sure you use your imagination, you can figure out what the hell it means. Now here's some of my philosophies on the universe and so on. I used to be very pessimistic, so I came up with this law, and it is true. Even now, I can't argue with it. And it's the law that everyone does everything for selfish reasons. I'm going to slightly modify it now, since I'm optimistic, and state that everyone does anything or everything because they get something out of it. And it's true. Well, I'm in a really lousy job, but you get a paycheck, or else you wouldn't keep on being there. Well, I'm in a relationship, and I hate the person I'm with, and she hates me, and we fight. But you must still get something out of it, or else you wouldn't do it. Another one of my kind of laws, when I was in a pessimistic state of mind, is that people never notice when they feel good. Now, if you're in pain, you notice, yeah, God, my shoulder hurts, you gripe about it, you notice it every time you move. But if your shoulder feels good, you don't go, God, my shoulder feels great today. The exception being that if you were used to being in pain, therefore, the sensation of not being in pain seems abnormal. Kind of pessimistic. A newer one I've came up with is anything that does not serve a purpose when it comes to clothing must be fashion. If you have a zipper that serves no purpose, or, additional pockets, well, no, I can't even say pockets. Pockets are fashionable, but they do serve a purpose. But, even shirts that have, like, frill on them or whatever, that frill serves no purpose. It doesn't keep you cool, it doesn't keep you warm, so therefore it is fashion. Which is cool, because I think fashion's really Nucci. A couple things that have helped me to get through day-to-day life. One, after I do my makeup, I take a look in the mirror. And I take a look at myself, and I ask myself, is this the best you can do with what you have to work with? And then I tell myself, this is the best I can do with what I have to work with. And it really does help me. I don't know why, but it does. Another one, of course, being reality is a matter of perception. I find that one very, very true. And there's other ones. I can't think of them off the top of my head. But they do. They help me to get through the day. I look at myself in the mirror, even after I'm done with makeup, and I still see all the flaws. And I think all of us girls do the exact same thing. We see our own flaws. We have a hard time seeing what we have going for us. I mean, all I see when I look in the mirror is these huge, huge shoulders and arms, but I never focus on the fact that I have, I have a good waist, and I have curves, and that's what, that's what you need to focus on, is what you have going for you, not what you don't. So, it's important to focus on the positives. So, this is Ariana Lynn Fales saying thank you and goodbye.